only future millionaires are gonna watch this video. And I know y'all probably saying, who are you to tell me I'm gonna be a future millionaire? You probably don't even have $1 million yourself. And you are correct with that. But this is for all my future millionaires watching this video, you know what I'm saying? No matter how well you thinking of getting it, no matter if you thinking of making a clothing brand, you think about going to sports, you think about becoming a doctor, you think about going to college, being a professor, I don't know if they make $1 million exactly, but you can leverage that, and eventually get to that $1 million. You want to drive trucks making $1 million, but I just want to say this for all the future millionaires, on here in this video. All I'm be really explaining is just, just how to kind of keep going. Because I know it could be a long road. You may feel like you're not making enough progress in whatever you're trying to do, and just coming from somebody that's not at the top yet, that's going through it with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I feel it's good to have my insight because I don't want none of y'all to feel like y'all alone on this journey, while you're chasing the success and what you want to be in, you know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, let's get straight into the video, man. So before I even want to start into like kind of just really getting into it, the first thing I kind of want to tell y'all is just lean on God, man. And whatever God you believe in, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to say this too. I feel like a lot of like the mainstream guys that like I know have heard of, they all pretty much like, I don't want to say the same thing, but it's like they all fall back on the same principles. So when you apply them principles to your life, you're going to start seeing some success in some way, some shape or form. Now, whether you're Muslim, you're Christian, you're Jewish, you're, what did they call? I think it's Buddhist. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I don't mean no disrespect, but that's the main thing I want to really start off the video with and just kind of explaining to y'all, But another thing I want to tell y'all is just like, bro, it's times where that junk get hard. You just gonna have to keep on going. Pause. But on a serious note, like I'm so for real, you may feel one day you may be up $5,000, you lose that $5,000 trying to, further your dream or further whatever you're doing. But I just want to tell you, keep going, bro. Failure is all a part of the plan, man. Even me, I'm gonna give y'all a little just info of me, you know what I'm saying? My way on how I'm gonna get to $1 million is a multitude of ways, and I recommend that for a lot of y'all, the way to get to $1 million is to have multiple streams of income, multiple things you're doing. But my main things that I really focus on is my clothing brand, YouTube, and drop shipping, right? But my clothing brand, that's like the main thing. Currently, I'm focused on all three. Obviously, I'm making this video, so I'm definitely focused on YouTube. But like my clothing brand, that's what I think is my money maker because I'm not making no money on YouTube currently. So that's how I really fund the things I'm doing. But with my clothing brand, honestly, I went to a halt recently, some of y'all might know, but some of y'all might not know. My clothing brand, Instagram was my biggest page, my biggest page. I had about, not too many followers. I had about 700 followers, but I had some followers from some prominent people, in the, I don't want to say fashion world, but just like some prominent, I had some rappers in there. I had some influencers in there that followed me. So, it really kind of hurt me because my account got suspended. My main and not my spam, my clothing brand page. My spam's still here, surprisingly, but it was just, that was a big halt, that was a big hardship I had to go through because that night I was really contemplating on just giving it up, bro, because it's like, I worked so hard this summer, to save up the right amount of money. And it's like when everything's starting to fall in line, it's just all crumbles down. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize, man, it's all part of the journey. It's hardships, So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make a new account, get more followers than I did, and really just restart on what I was doing, and also look at the benefits that came out of it. One benefit I know now is I can kind of cater and find the right audience because before my audience was kind of scattered around. Wasn't really like locked in on finding a certain audience to target. You know what I'm saying? So now I saw that benefit in that. So it's not really too much of a complaint right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I looked at it that way because I don't know what would have happened, where I would have been if I would have quit. Not saying I went anywhere far right now, but what I'm saying is like, if I would have quit that day, it just would have been YouTube and drop shipping, which ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? But I really would have gave up a passion. I really started like just getting more hands-on to what I was doing with the clothes. And, I really started expressing my creativity through the clothes. And I realized it's more than just making money for me. That's more of like a hobby type thing, But I just kind of want to give that to y'all, y'all going through hardships, My athletes, I was once an athlete, Sometimes you may go through injuries, you may go through, what you feel like the end of the world, you feel me? But I just want to tell you, man, keep going. If that's what you're passionate about, and that's legitimate what you want to do, bro, I'm telling you, go ahead and go full throttle on it. Continue to go, you know. And same with even if you want to be a doctor or anything like that, man. You know I got some friends in college currently, man. It's like day 1 or day 2. It's hard. It's hard as hell for them right now, you know. But I keep telling them, you know, when you're passionate about it and you chose your major and you know that's something you want to do, you gotta really just look at it like that and really start applying and just going crazy, you know. Really just accepting the hard work that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what it is, bro, it's going to be hardships on your journey, bro. Just continue to keep going. I'm telling you that from a person experiencing it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? I haven't made $1 million yet, but one thing I will tell you is that when you experience stuff firsthand, it's like, I don't want to say that people that have $1 million now didn't experience it, but when you experience somebody that experienced it currently, you know what I'm saying? It hits a little different for me, you know, when I hear them talk about advice or them letting them know that you're not alone, bro. And that's the main objective of this video, man. You're not alone, bro. You know, and you're going to be a future millionaire, bro. I'm telling you that right now. But what you have to do now, you have to apply systems every day, lock in, and really just apply the work and never stop. Never stop. I don't care if it's been a year you're doing something, never stop. If it's something you're truly passionate about, never stop. If it's something you're truly passionate about and it's not doing anything next to the world, never stop. That's one thing I want to emphasize to y'all. But that's going to be all for the video today. It's not going to be a crazy long video, you know. I hope y'all was able to gain something from the video, you know. And it's just something I really felt on my heart today to really talk about. So, yeah, that's really it, man. Find y'all ways to get in $1 million and really apply yourself, and you will have it. But with all that being said, man, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all folks tomorrow. Bye.